All right, guys, this is a preview for Thursday, and we're going to go over these vocabulary words in class, but you've probably heard them before. So I want to quickly see if we can guess which one goes in which space. All right, so when you blank an expression, you replace each variable with a given value. That is when you evaluate. To evaluate x plus 3 when x equals 7, you can blank 7 for x in the expression. This is substitution. The set of rules used to determine the order in which operations are performed is called order of operations. Each part of an expression that is separated by a plus or minus sign is a term. We learned that one on Monday. A blank is a mathematical phrase that can contain numbers, variables, and operation symbols. That is an expression. Okay. So what we are going to practice is going to help us review stuff from 8th grade, and then we are going to use this to help us continue on with what we're going to do tomorrow. So when we have any simplifying, we need to use PEMDAS. All right, and if you don't remember what PEMDAS is, let's quickly review. PEMDAS means parentheses first, then our exponents, multiply, divide, addition, or subtraction. Okay, so this means that I start with what's in my parentheses. So I'm going to start by simplifying what is in my parentheses. So 18 minus 7 is 11. And I'm going to bring down everything else. All right, so that was my parenthesis. Are there any exponents? No, so I don't need to do that. Now I multiply. Multiplication, remember, is a dot or parentheses. So 3 times 11 is 33. I bring down the 2. There's no division. There is addition. So now I do that step. 33 plus 2 is 35. And that is my last step. So 35 is my answer. All right, let's do it again. So this time I see 2 sets of parentheses. So that means I'm going to do them both individually. So 13 plus 2 is 15. And 9 minus 4 is 5. So I do both of those separately. So now I have 15 divided by 5. I can go ahead and do that. That is 3. All right, last one, C. All right, again, I look for parentheses. I see parentheses, so 4 times 2 is 8. And I'm going to bring down everything else. Okay, now I look. That was my parentheses. There's no exponents. I don't have any multiplication. I do have division, so that's going to be next. 24 divided by 8 is 3. And I bring down this 2. And then I do subtraction. 3 minus 2 is 1. If I mess up my order and I do it a different way, let's say I do addition before I multiply, I am going to get a different answer, so make sure you are using order of operations. All right, so now we get into evaluating. Evaluating means we plug in or substitute for a given value. All right, so here I have an expression, 3ab. And now they're going to give me numbers, okay? They give me a number for a. They say a is -4. So where I had an a, I'm going to replace it with a -4. And b was 3, so I'm going to replace that there. Okay? Now before I move on, I'm going to do that for all of my examples. All right, so again, we had A was -4. So wherever I have an A, I'm going to plug in -4. And B was 3. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in 3 for B. Now, in order to simplify these, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing that we just did in part 1, which is simplifying using my order of operations. All right, so I'm going to take care of my parentheses first. 4 times -4 times 3 is -12. And I bring down that outside 3. And now I do 3 times -12, that's -36. All right, here I'm going to do my parentheses first, again individually. 2 times -4 is -8. 4 times 3 is 12. And now I can go ahead and add these two. They're different signs, so I subtract them, and I get 4. All right, last one. I do my parentheses first. -4 minus 3, they are the same sign, so we add the values to get -7. Bring down that 2. I have 2 times -7. That gets me -14. Remember our rules. All right, 3. Simplify both of these, and then we're going to say what's the difference. So, again, let's write my PEMDAS. Parentheses first. 3 times 7 is 21, minus 4 divided by 2. Next I'm going to do is division. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. And now I do 21 minus 2. And 21 take away 2 is 19. Okay, let's look at the other way. I do parentheses first. 7 minus 4 is 3. There's no exponents. I multiply next. That's 9. And now I'm going to do 9 divided by 2, which is 4.5. So what's the difference between simplifying them? Okay, we see that the order matters, all right? So when the parentheses were located in different places, it changed the order of how we solved. Different order gives different answers. Okay, so even though these numbers were the same, I can see that the parentheses were different, and that changed my answer.